Hi everybody, it's Lee here, back after a long break from doing Margarete Miller's challenge videos. It's been about 9 weeks, I think. So the last one I did was in week 26. So I put them on the back burner until I completed Junk Journal July, and I had a couple of weeks break on top of that, and then I just had no mojo just recently, so feeling very good today. So I'm going to dive back into these wonderful challenges. So I thought I'll do last week's and I'll do this week's. So this week's is last week's, sorry, is week 34, and the prompts are something fast. So I am using this animal that's on a journal card. Now this is one of the very first journal cards I ever made, actually. So I thought I'll use that and just take some of it off. So I'm never going to do anything else with it really that I can think of. It's just sitting in my stash, so I might as well use it up. A scrap from a paper pad. I've got this little pad that I got from the thrift shop, so I'm going to take a piece of that out of there. I'm not using a flag, I'm going to use tissue paper, the bonus, instead of a flag. So I've got some of this really delicate sort of semi-metallic, almost a champagne coloured tissue paper. Text other than English or your native language, and I missed one, architecture. So I've got a building and the text in another language. So I've got this page out of an old 1930s instruction manual for something. So I thought I would use some of that. So what I'm going to do is work out a composition, and then I'll show it to you and put it together.
If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It's the easiest way that you can support me. Thank you.
Alright, I'm just going to keep it simple for this one, and that's my layout. I think I'll trim some extra off the side of this, and I want to get this one done fairly quickly and then move on to week 35. Okay, I'm just going to put that back together. I think that's sort of the way it was. Not sure. I'm just going to tack things together so I can lift it off, and then I'm going to glue down my tissue paper. And that's art glitter glue that I've got in my little squeezy bottle. And that's just a cheap little bottle from the bargain shop, $2 shop. Alrighty, so I can lift that away now. It's going to stay together the way I want it, and I just want to glue down this. I'm just wondering whether which side looks better. That's the dull side and that's the shiny side. I think the colour of the shiny side is better, so I'll use that. So how's everybody been doing? Hope you're well, happy and spending lots of time crafting. And I hope that Junk Journal July inspired you all to try some new things. And it's interesting when you look at what other people do, how they interpret the prompts. It's quite amazing. Somebody's interpretation of the prompt can be completely different to what you think you're going to do or how you interpret it. So that's incredible to see all that. Now I want to take a bit off this. I don't know which corner to go from. I'm just going to tear it down here. I don't want it lower than that. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm going to just apply a little bit of ink to that. So this is Vintage Photo. So I'm going to leave, like, I didn't fussy cut that out, I just cut around it, so it's still got a little bit of an edge of the blue sky around it, so I quite like the way that looks. And that's going to sit on there, and I might finish that with a word or something, maybe a stamp. Just adding a little bit more glue to these top bits, and then I'll go under the back of it and get it all down. So does anybody else ever find old, like bits of things that you've made previously, like I made the card a few years ago, and then recycle them into new pieces of art? I love to do that, actually. So I just don't really need to put too much glue in the middle there. Are you enjoying my videos? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. What I've done with my page this time is I've just folded it back over on itself and glued it down just to make it smaller and stronger. So that's all the gluing I'm going to be doing. And I want to put a stamp on there. Where are we? I think I'll use one of the stamps in my sample stamps. Go for a date or something. Oh, I've got foreign language in these too. It's French by the look of it. Okay. I'm just going to use this one. I'm going to put the date on here. Oh, this date's stamp. It's not today's date, of course. A little bit out if it is. So I'm going to pop that there. I love the script on that. The style of the font, I should say. Very nice. And then what else can I put on there? I'll just have a look in one of the other sets, see what else I've got. Oh, I haven't used this one yet, so I'll give this one a whirl. It's like coffee stains, sort of. I don't want the stamp to be too dark, but I'm going to use this permanent archival ink. Actually, it'd be better if I take it off there and then I can get it where I want it. Can bend it. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do there. Oh, I just remembered I've had some other stamps that I haven't used yet. Some new ones I got from Temu. So I've got these flourishes. Would you believe that's called landscape? But I have these adorable bunnies. I really want to put one in there. Okay, I'm going to put one in. I like this one standing with his ears sticking up. He's alert. I'm going to use the same black. And I'm just going to pop him right there. Can you tell it's a rabbit? I don't think you can, because I put him over the edge of the paper. Maybe I'll need to put a different one on there now. I've got one that's facing in a different direction. Oh yeah. Every time I see these rabbits with the ears flopping down like that, I think of an episode of Fawlty Towers, where Basil Fawlty calls, I can't think what her name, Polly, that's right, Polly calls her a cloth-eared bint. It just makes me think of these rabbits for some reason. That was a funny show. That's a better one. Well, the other one was a good stamp. It was just where I put it wasn't really the best option. Anyway. Okay, so that's finished with that part of it. I've got my rabbit stamps on there, so I wish I'd put this one on first. I'm not worried about this one. But anyway. Too late now. Too late. Too bad, so sad, as they say. Okay, I want to put some gold splatters on here. So I've got a pan of gold paints. So I get that acting the way I want it to be. I think that's enough, so I'll leave that. So that is week 34 done. Okay, so bring it up for you to have a look. Nice and simple. So my something fast is the leopard or cheetah or whatever that animal is. I don't know, it's so long since I cut it out, I don't know what it is. And the rabbits, I suppose, are fast, aren't they? Then I've got tissue paper, I've got a piece of paper off a pad, I've got foreign language, and I've got architecture in there. And I didn't use the flag. Okay, that's week 34. Come on over to the next video to see how I tackle week 35. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think of it, and yeah. So I'll see you in the next video, week 35.